Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Disco Elysium. On the last Let's Play, we had a peeing contest, and then there was something about other? I don't know. That's what me last October 2024 wrote, and then now we're here.
Son,
in January.
You've really let yourself go. It's a disgrace. But Coach Physical Instrument is going to get you back in prime condition, even if it takes 1,000,000 push-ups.
Which is kind of funny because today's the day I left my mom's house and came back to, like, my usual spot, and I gained 5 pounds. Non-muscle, probably. Also, that's turn on right there. Anyways.
It's going to take blood, sweat, piss, and tears. But when I'm done with you, boy, you will be a master athlete.
Hell yeah. Piss. Why piss, though?
When a man sets his mind and body on something and gives his 110%, he is sometimes going to piss himself. It just happens. No shame in that.
I've pushed myself to the limits many times before. I don't think I've ever peed myself. I've, pooped, but not peed. Let's just do this.
Behold, world. Here walks a sportsman, hands choked and hair kept back with a bandana. The Homo athleticus.
I wonder if communism or sorry cop comes back, Anyways, interview this guy.
Officer, what can this old carabiner do for you? It's a Bell McGrave, 4.46 caliber, breech loading, Revachol made. Good weapon, accurate and reliable.
I feel like I play this game not in the way it's intended, where it's like I do a bit and then leave it for months and then do a bit more. It's like, I feel like you need to, really be in it.
His moves are quick and precise as he first checks the weapon, then aims it at the sea. This man knows firearms intimately.
Ooh.
This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. Still a beauty. Where did you find her? I'm not surprised. There are probably lots of forgotten wartime weapons lying around here. Back in the day, everyone had something stashed away.
So, I did hear something about world building. It's like this game is like, hey, there was, capitalism, and then there was a communist uprising, and then lots of people died.
As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you. These BM-446s are an antique. No one uses them anymore. The ammunition is impossible to find. Ah, yes! King Philip III on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
I'm going to push this screen over here because I just came back from...
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule. Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
Insurgents being communists or what? I mean, both of these are kind of...
A nation is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was such madness to try to...
I mean, it's both.
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
The carabiner doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve.
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the purple nose candy the nobility
Purple?
loved so much. A cocaine connoisseur of sorts. His egocentricity is borderline legendary.
You can't even take responsibility for yourself. How could you fathom the responsibility weighing on the shoulders of a ruler? That's why the Philippian kings use cocaine, for clarity of vision, to aid in their work.
Does that...
Regnum cocainum, Revishal's finest years.
I know that, like, chewing the cocaine plant in, like, higher altitudes would help people, but then,
Of course.
yeah.
Clarity of vision. Awareness.
Philip III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. The court medic administered a dose to his mother when she was in labor, and it is well known that with the help of cocaine, only the purest, of course, he was able to connect with higher realms.
He's just making excuses for the king's habits, isn't he?
From what I've seen of the officers of the RCM... but I don't want to get into a debate about drug policies. Right.
Big money?
As Rene turns
Nice.
from you to his partner and back, the medals on his chest rattle and glare. He keeps his spine straight and his ribcage lifted, displaying them proudly. 2. The larger one is shaped like a cross, while the smaller medal resembles the sun. A crowned head in front of 2 crossed rifles. The medal hangs from a blue striped triangle.
Let's see, it's 620 right now?
It's the Croix de Bravoure, Cross of Valor. The cross was the highest battlefield decoration in suzerain's armed forces, awarded for exceptional bravery in the line of duty, in service of King Frizzle I. A small blue star inside an orange sun. It has the word Valiance written below. The setting sun was a decoration used to distinguish seasoned combat veterans in service of King Frizzle I during the Revolution.
For bravery.
Usually the last of the thing, but... I don't... Like, personally, don't have all that context.
For doing my duty in the heat of battle. For looking my mortality in the eye. When men like Gaston here hid in the bushes and shot themselves.
If I was going to pick 2 or 3, I would be like, okay, I guess we're talking about a certain Middle Eastern country or Asian country. Just
He
saying.
saved some muddy princeling who foolishly strolled into the front line in his gown of velvet and gold.
It was on the first months of the revolution here in Revachol. Unrest was spreading like wildfire. Marauders had taken most of the Couronne and were getting really ambitious. King Frizzle thought he could end it all in one decisive strike. Sent his cousin, Drisson, to put an end to the unrest. Alas, the young Drisson was all piss and no vinegar, wearing a tunic of purple velvet and cockatiel feathers to battle. Even his rifle was gold-plated, shone from 5 clicks away. Can you imagine the asininity?
He really despises that Drissant fellow.
Purple velvet tunic. That isn't exactly camo.
To keep the long and bloody story short, Drisson marched us against the partisans in Couronne. And when I say marched, I mean made us walk into captured enemy territory, single file, like toy soldiers, while he rode in front on his giant red stallion. The rebels were smart. They let us come real close before opening fire. Suffice to say, it was carnage. I got shot in the left shoulder and went down.
Wouldn't that be
Just a
Bath?
flesh wound. But just as I turned over, the prince fell into the mud next to me. He was missing his lower jaw.
Yeah, like, I can understand bloodbath, but bloodpath? I don't know.
Then his horse, driven mad by the noise and smell of gunpowder, stepped on my leg and shattered my knee.
Like, I wouldn't think a game that this well-known-ish would have that thing there, but still.
I grabbed my sidearm and shot the beast in the head. Then everything went black.
Capitaine Arnoux, le fléau des chevaux.
And we don't know French?
The bane of horses.
When I came to, it was
I
all
guess we
over.
do.
It was just me and Jolas Tresson, gurgling in the blood-soaked mud right next to me. The Dink had taken numerous flesh wounds and lost a lot of blood. But despite missing his jaw, he seemed hesitant to die. Tougher than he looked, that one.
Like, he's dumb as fuck, but he's a survivor at least. Maybe not a fighter. Not a Johnny Lodger. My jaw's tight.
Right. So I grabbed the prick and started crawling. Kept going until the 59th Cavalry picked us up. Through some miracle, we both survived. And the jealous freak convinced Frissel to give me a medal for not leaving him to die in his own blood. Piece and shit. He was the commanding officer and I was on duty. Just doing my job. Shouldn't hand out medals for that. 13 months later, I received the Sun for distinguished service. It's not worth mentioning.
You sense he's downplaying it. He did a lot more than his duty. More than anyone's duty. It's in his spine, in his billowing breasts, and untarnished self-worth. The old carabinier stands quietly like a statue, his features motionless.
What Monseigneur Modesty is not telling you is that he crawled over 7 kilometers before the cavalrymen found him and Drizant. 2 days later that was. And that even while crawling with a mangled half-dead prince on his back, he still managed to murder 3 rebels on his way.
Is that pride in his voice? It's deep down, but maybe even unbeknownst to the man himself, it's there.
Blood and sweat, I guess.
Maybe, but also bear in mind, officer. They don't hand this out for anyone with a service record. Oh no, you have to get shot. Repeatedly. And you need to get your hands bloody too. Really, really bloody.
Do not speak of what you know nothing about, Poltroon. Duty is something you will never understand. Because he was a goddamn dandy. Had no business leading men or even being on the battlefield. All he was related. That's it.
Wait, what? We shouldn't be following people that, like, are just, you know, have no experience and completely out of their element? Jeez.
Royal blood alone doesn't make army commanders. He was a stupid kid, only interested in horses, hairstyles, and man-loving.
Okay, don't be bad.
782 Royal Carabiniers are dead because of his incompetence.
Whoa, man-loving? Is that even a word?
It is.
It is not.
Well, it is a word, but in Texas, I guess.
Bah! There were many such stories in those days. Many such men, too. True Eversholians. Men with backbone.
I mean, you gotta have a backbone to take a woo-woo.
Oh yes, René, yes. Men were bigger, girls were prettier, and everyone wore the fascia. Lord, please bring those days back, if you can.
I'm not getting into this with you again. Officer, was there anything else?
You
Is there?
should try to come up with a heroic story of your own. Impress this old soldier.
Probably not. Not this time, because we know nothing about herself.
It's clear you like the hard stuff, Bruta.
Define that. Bruter?
Evening falls. The time has come to take the vow. The vows are blood and flesh.
Blood and iron?
Lower intestine. The term is metabolic and circulatory system.
You mean shit?
Fascism, Brota.
In Hearts of Iron, yes. Here, no.
Many things, but it's mostly about trusting your gut. Who does your gut tell you is the source of Revachol's problems?
Financiers?
Yes, them, but also
Jews? I would think it would be like if they would exist in this universe, it'd be like Jew.
women.
Woman?
Women, men of war. You don't like them. They're insane. Their idiocy needs to be scrubbed off this world with rubbing alcohol. Woo men need to go back to the fucking kitchen. That's what fascism boils down to. The rest is also important. But the main thing is that woo men need to know their place.
I'm not against Jewish people. I watched Fiddler on the Roof. That counts, right? Right? Anyways. Good movie, though.
Stomach truth. You're having a stomach truth. Because you've said the hard things that others won't say. The good things, you've said them many times.
What did I say? I feel like it was pretty neutral. Wait, is fascism traditionalism? That's just... conservatism, right?
Okay, yes, let's call it that. Good thinking. That sounds much better. Traditionalism. You like the sound of that. You're going to keep your views, right? Keep your views, Brota. There's a slow, painful growl somewhere in your intestines, knocking on your alcohol-engorged liver. It is one of betrayal and disappointment.
Okay, well, I'm gonna look at this thing over there. Nice.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
At some point, we're gonna have Kitsuragi, I think, do... What was it? Control, Shift, Tab? Tab. Like, send the guy in?
Yes? Hello? Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
Yeah, what are you
Looking
doing?
for something to read.
Yeah.
It is. I know you are.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't talk much.
What with?
What with? A lot of things. For example, people tend to go missing.
My husband? No, he's not.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Children missing?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
She gives you a short nod and shifts her attention back to books.
Cockatoo?
I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here.
Well, you're a
For
cockatoo.
what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get ladies. It's better to indulge him at this point.
Nothing. Go read up on them if you're so interested. There's a great book in the bookstore.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or your heraldic bird.
Okay.
Wonderful. The story's open.
Her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking. Another comrade. Years of labor are pressing down on her shoulders. She deserves a hug for all the work she's done for mankind.
I'm not just gonna hug somebody randomly. I mean, offer a hug? Yes. Give her a hug? No.
The woman before you nods and returns to her reading.
Okay, Kitsuragi.
Yes?
You gotta... What's this?
Look at you. It's because you're a failure. They sent you to Slight, Precinct 57.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, we... Maybe...
Just think about it for a second. You're a raging alcoholic who showed up 3 days late wearing piss-stained disco garb. You weren't sent here to win.
I've considered it. It would be immensely ugly of them, not to mention unprofessional. But I also think it's somewhat unlikely.
Why?
I checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, who polices Martinez, reaches back to the 30s. It's as old as my station. And all this time we can't decide who gets Martinez? I think, yes, both stations would prefer a win. Safe? No. But you're old. You've made it this far. Something has brought you through. We've only just started working together, so I don't know what it is yet. But it's... So no, I don't think they sent you as a joke. And even if they did, they are in for a surprise.
Hopefully. Okay, maybe it's not there, but we should probably go downstairs because it's getting on to 7 o'clock. We should probably get Kim Kitsuragi
The
to
bear's
some
eyes
boots
are
on.
still glowing red. It's got...
Shoot, Looney Rooney. I like it a lot, brother. This really is your finest hour. You're a genius. A regular Corporangelo.
Nice.
Come back later, Corpo.
All right. I can drive him to processing today, no problem, since we stalled with this. But this does mean I will be gone for the rest of the day. Work on the case, tend to personal matters, try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this.
This means Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave until tomorrow morning. Meanwhile, you're free to do side tasks and even the main case. Though, it might be more difficult. If you have nothing to do, read books or sit on the bench on the plaza.
I will need a little help carrying him. You take the hands, I'll take the legs.
Okay. I don't like that the borders are just black, like it's some kind of fog of war, you know? Okay, so boil the boots, I guess. If the kitchen's open.
This industrial gas power, getting the corpse residue out of these boots is going to require patience, and also a huge pot full of boiling water, soap, and white vinegar.
I wasn't sure if I looked at this before.
A commercial pot draws your attention. It's very large, gigantic even. It could be used to make enough stew to feed an entire city, and also to boil a putrid pair of death boots.
Really?
There is a variety of soaps and bleaches in the cabinet to the left of the stove. There is also a bottle of white vinegar in the cabinet next to the fridge.
Is white vinegar really that good at cleaning?
It's bad with those boots. Don't be stingy now.
I guess so.
The delicious smells of cheap soap and vinegar waft up from the pot.
Okay.
All right now, chef. Light up the stove and boil them.
I didn't think he would be like, yeah, okay, you can use my thing to clean, corpse boots.
The strong smell of vinegar forces you to step away from the pot. The water slowly comes to a boil. Strips of polymer fabric and human tissue separate from the lining of the boots. They float to the bubbling surface.
Cool.
A 2-course dinner of rotten flesh and hardened ceramic. The boots look cleaner and cleaner. Those bits of human flesh are beginning to look cooked. You can smell it too, just like beef stew. That's it, chef. The boots are as clean as they're going to get. Steam, dense with the smell of strange meat, disappears into the vent above the stove.
Thank you.
A pair of real beauties. The boots are shiny, hot, and reek of vinegar. Just perfect.
Nice. What about it? More physique, but less morale? Boots with the fur? More authority, but less composure. As opposed to more composure, less savoir-faire. I always hate shit like this where it's like, well, like here it's like 1 plus electrochemistry and this is interfacing. Oh, maybe I can just fiddle with stuff and be like, oh, we got more Because, like, one drama's good. I always hate that stuff in video games. So, how are you doing? Oh, let's look at tasks. Performance gear? We'll wait until we buy things. Borscht? Are these that we need to do them quickly or that we need to wait? After time. Oh, we need to call Alice back. Well, I guess that could be another Let's Play. It'd be kind of like me, when I'm like, oh, hey, I can... Oh, right. No car. Because Kitsuragi took the frozen corpse to someplace else. Well, we can do that later. We have money, right? Is money a tool? Hopefully we have, like, money somewhere, right? Oh yeah, we got enough. It's behind me, but still. Well, while we look at all this stuff, like, yeah, we got, like... Can we internalize? Oh, we have to lock it with stuff. Well, I had a list somewhere, and we might as well go look for it to be like, what is people's S-class, A-class kind of thing? Would it be under movies? Actual art degree, cool. Wompy Pompy Dumb Center is later. Cleaning out the room. We don't have Wompy Pompy Dumb Center. Who? Dom Center? I want a Dom. But anyways, cleaning out the rooms. No. Wasteland of Realities. Not on the list. Caustic Echo. Nope. Clean out the rooms again? Nope. 15th Interlow? No. Regular Law Official? No. Bringing of the Law. Nope. The birth... Day of birth generator. Well, I don't hack myself up in this game, but still. Remote viewers division. Yeah, I think I might have hacked myself up. Anti-object task force, advanced race theory, hardcore something? Apricot? Hardcore aesthetic? Search into it. Oh, well. Well, I guess that's going to be the end of this Let's Play. So I'd like to thank you all for... I would like to thank you all for watching. Please comment, guys. Like, comment, tips, you like, dislike, tips, tricks. Otherwise, if you like my YouTube and like see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out the various epic grow. And please remember to spend your ammo up, control the pay population. And let's see. If it's 1600, then it's 4 o'clock. Sorry, somebody that I'm trying to collab with is messaging me. And it's like, ooh, nice. Yeah. And until next time, another somewhat inebriated Game Wolf Let's Play. Me, well, Game Wolf, of Disco Elysium. Don't do alcohol. It's bad. Because you might end up like this guy. You know, your wife left you and all that stuff. Anyways, thanks, see ya.